Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know that the last video that was just posted, I think yesterday, I did say that I wasn't going to film another video, until my cash stuffing next week, but I decided to jump on quickly today and film a wedding budget breakdown, a couple tips and tricks, and just go over what we've currently already either paid for or booked. Just because I think that would be a really fun video and I'm really excited to get it out. Another person in Australia who is a YouTuber as well and does cash stuffing, that's just recently gotten married by the time you see this video, is Hope Budgets. So go and check out her channel if this is something you're kind of interested in, like how planning a wedding and cash stuffing sort of work together. She had a wedding binder. I actually myself have a wedding binder, as you can see. Still waiting on the envelopes, but there is a postal delay at the moment, so not too worried about that. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the wedding budget breakdown. But if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, as I really appreciate all the support. And I'm going to get into it. So I have broken it down in our budget breakdown. I've broken it down into what I'm paying for, or what my fiance, are paying for on my card. Because like we have a shared spending account, which all of this will be coming out of, just because there's so much going into it and then it's coming out anyway. It just didn't make sense to put it in a shared savings account, so that'll be sitting in what we were originally using as our shared bills account. But yes, so on that card there's $627.17 budgeted. So within that, we've got our proposal boxes, which is just the box itself, and on the lid it will have the person's name, and then like you open it up and it says, will you be my maid of honor or groomsman, or whatever part of the wedding party that we're asking them to be. And we also grabbed one for myself and my partner. So that all came to $319, and we're getting that through a company called Love Party on Etsy. For the kids' guest gifts, I went to Big W and I just picked up some pencils, like a pencil pack, and some like Paw Patrol colouring books and some dinosaur colouring books, so they had a bit of a choice. And that all came to $130. Our cash and card box, it's like I think it's about this big. It's not huge, it's not small, it's just very simplistic. I think it's Perspex kind of plastic, so it's a strong plastic, and it says on the front, cash and card. We don't really expect gifts from the guests, but if they wanted to give to something, we have asked for stuff to set up our new home, or like cash inside a card. And the reason why we're asking for it inside of a card is so that, one, we can keep the card, but two, if there is a guest there that does decide to gift us something, say like $5 or $10, they're not going to be upset if someone else gives more, or like feel down on themselves for gifting less, because we didn't expect a gift in the first place. So we just want to make sure that there's no hurt feelings, basically, if someone does decide to gift, whatever they want to gift. But that one came to $60.24 with shipping, and that was from Amazon. Our ring box, so we got a 2-pack of ring boxes in our wedding theme colours, which is blue and silver and like a bit of grey thrown in there, and a little bit of white and black, but mainly blue and silver. and the flower basket, and both of those came to $53.25 on Amazon. The flower basket was separate, but the ring box came with 2 in it. We also got a guest book from Amazon, which was $12.66. And we got 100 pack of thank you cards from Amazon, which is $52.02. So everything on our card, that's everything on our card, but we haven't paid off the rest yet. We have priced it. We've paid for and grabbed the guest gifts for the kids, but we haven't actually paid for or had delivered, basically, the rest of those items, which is why I'm putting them down so far as budgeted for that amount, because I know that that's going to be what it's going to cost. But because they're not physically here yet, obviously, we've just left it as that still needs to be done. For our bank, I'm going to go over the things that we've paid first, and then I'll go over what's still left to pay. So the first thing we paid for was our reception deposit, and that was a deposit of $100, and we went to a golf club for that, which is actually where my partner works part-time as a bartender. So we're having the reception there. And then the remaining cost for reception will be $2,192, and that's not due until a week before the wedding. The celebrant deposit will be $300. That's not currently paid yet, as she'll the celebrant that we've went with basically said that she would prefer to have it paid in person when she comes down in I think it's 3 months' time. So we're going to have that deposit ready in cash for her then, and then we're just going to pay it then. The remaining for that will be $300 because it's $600 total, and that's not due until I believe either the month before the wedding or about a week or 2 before the wedding, which is fine. Give me 1 second, sorry. Okay, so there might be a little bit of noise because my father-in-law is just out in the other room now, doing a few things to help us out. Okay, so where were we up to? We did the reception and the celebrant. Oh, so our hire was through a Doors Party Hire, I believe, which is a local hire place. That deposit was $700 with a remaining of $1,964 due the month before the wedding. Photo and video is through Island Wedding Films, and they do travel all around Australia as well. That deposit was $300, and it's got a remaining balance of $2,700, but I made a payment plan with them basically, so we're paying $300 every month on the 24th until that's like paid off. So our DJ, that deposit will be $300. We have not paid that yet, and the remaining for that is $900. So at the moment we've paid the hire deposit, the reception, and the photo video, and the one we're working on next is the DJ, and we're just gonna have the celebrant's deposit in cash in the binder ready to go. There is also the wrist corsages for the wedding party, which we bought from Amazon, which is $63. I did get custom hangers to put into the proposal boxes for the bridal party as well, which was $68, and that came from Aruma Apparel, which she has a Facebook page if you want to go and check her out. Also from Aruma Apparel I got some custom robes for my bridal party. They cost $275, so it was a little bit expensive, but I didn't mind too much. From Shein, we got the tux corsages, which is just like a little pin that goes in the tux with a rose, so that their corsage will match the wedding, the bridal party's corsage on their wrist, and that was $31.60. The groom and ring body costs for the socks came to about $60. It might be less than that, I'm not too sure yet. The groom's party socks, so for all his groomsmen and his best man and that we've estimated that at $200. We're not too sure how much that will be. I've estimated my bouquet at $100, but most likely it will be a lot less than that because it is going to be fake roses. The 2 cake toppers, because we are having 2 cakes, I've estimated about $60. For our bank emergency for the wedding, we have put down $1,500. For our proposal boxes, for anything else that isn't already included, so in our proposal boxes we'll have the box itself, the custom hangers, the socks, the corsages, all of that stuff, and some accessories and stuff like cufflinks, tie clips, stuff like that. Anything that's not sort of included already or written down separately, this will be what comes out of that. So I believe if we wanted to do the ties, it would come out of that. If we want to do the tux clips, the tie clips and the ties and the tux cufflinks, that would all come out of that. If we want to do the custom stubby holders to put in the box, that would come out of that, and the custom no stem wine glasses would also come out of that, so that's estimated at $300. Attire, so this one is a bit tricky. So I already have my wedding dress, I already have my wedding shoes. My fiance already has his wedding suit, but he needs a new shirt for it and a new tie in the right colours, and he's already got his suit shoes, but we might need to upgrade them as well. So attire really is just for my daughter, the tux shirt and tie, and possibly some shoes for him, and my son's ring body outfit, which we've estimated it to be about $300. Again, it could be less, it could be more, I don't know. Alterations is estimated at $500, and that's mainly because I need a lot of alterations done to my dress. I need it brought up because I'm actually too short for it, and it's quite a long dress. And I need to get a hoop skirt sewn into it so that it puffs out more. And I'm not too sure about what other alterations we'll need, so that's why I've estimated about $500. The guest gifts is estimated at $200, so we want to do custom stubby holders for anyone over the age of 18. That's a male. And then for all females, we're doing, over the age of 18, we're doing the custom no stem wine glasses. So that's estimated about $200. Accessories is estimated about $100. Again, this will come under, tie clips, cufflinks, ties and stuff like that for mainly my partner and my son. And that bank total budgeted will come to $10,513.60. But we've already paid off just over $1,000 now, so we've paid about $1,500 already in that side. The cash total is about $6,300. So we've got an SOS emergency fund for the wedding in cash, which is $1,500. We've got our hands and bucks both set at $600, cake at $300, and that's because we're getting 2 cakes So we're getting a 2-tier chocolate mud cake, buttercream frosting, not fondant because that's where prices rack up as well, and it just gets wasted. So it will be with buttercream frosting, and then the other cake will be a 2-tier cheesecake because I don't actually like chocolate mud cake that much. I would prefer a cheesecake, and I know that most of the other guests on my side would as well, so that's why we're doing that. We have vendor meals or any extras. We budgeted about $100 for that, and that's mainly because realistically only the DJ should need that for the reception because the celebrant is only there for the ceremony. The hire's not going to need it, and the photo and video may need it, but it shouldn't be more than $100. There's only really 2 vendors that would need that, and anything else can either come out of the bank emergency fund or the SOS cash fund. The other things are a bridal party and a groom's party cash prize, and they're both set at $50, and that cash prize is for the best entry into our ceremony. So we expect some very funny videos for that. Obviously, you know, nothing to do with their clothing, they have to stay in the wedding colours, but the way they walk down the aisle itself, you know, they can do whatever they want over the top as long as it doesn't involve confetti, as we're not allowed confetti at our ceremony location. And whoever we both decide on each side has won the best entry will get that cash prize. There is a memorial for lost loved ones, which is mainly for my mum, who can't be there on the day because she passed away when I was really young, and I've set that at about $100. Stationery is about $200, and signage is $200. Signage will also include easels though to hold up the signs that I'm actually making myself. Postage is set at $100, although I expect it to be a lot less than that. Invites are set at $100, but it could be a lot less than that. Deco, we did set it at $800, but we are thinking of lowering that because we don't think it's actually going to cost anywhere near that. We think it's going to be more closer to about $300, if that. Bar tab is due in cash at the end of the wedding. So our wedding will end at 9 p.m. and we need to have that cash ready to pay the bar tab on the day of the wedding, at the end of the wedding at 9 p.m. So that's set at $1,000, but the reason why we're doing it at the end of the wedding is because if we don't use that full $1,000, then we only need to pay what we used, which is absolutely fine. Haircuts for all of us, I've estimated it at about $150. For myself and the 2 kids, it costs us $30 each to get our haircut. For my fiance, it either costs him between $30 to sometimes $40 to $50 to cut his hair. So that's why it's set at $150. Bridal jewelry is set at $150, and that's going to cost exactly $150. And that's mainly for my earring set, and it comes with like a little necklace. And it's just like a silver necklace with a little heart that has a sapphire blue stone on the necklace and in the studded earrings as well. Do it yourself beauty costs, which is for fake nails that I want to do myself, any makeup supplies that I may need to have myself to do my own makeup, extra hair ties, stuff like that. We've set that at $100. Travel costs for the day is set at $200, but we most likely will be traveling to the wedding with his grandparents, and then we might be going with his mum from the ceremony to the reception. So we probably won't even need that, to be honest, but I've got it there as a just in case. So yes, now that we've got that part out of the way, which is the wedding budget breakdown, I'm just going to quickly give you a few sort of tips and tricks, and go from there. So if you are a low budget wedding, like if you don't have much funds and stuff for a wedding, or even if you do but you don't feel like spending hundreds of dollars on a cake, especially, I would suggest you go and look into buttercream frosting. It's a light alternative and it doesn't get wasted, and it reduces the costs by hundreds of dollars. If we decided to go with the cake for my fiance that he wants, which is the 2-tier chocolate mud cake with fondant icing, it would have been $500 for just his cake alone, plus another $150 for mine. We weren't going to spend $650 on 2 cakes, or even close to that for just one cake. That was no. We just couldn't wrap our heads around that. That was ridiculous, and I know that at least 90% of the guests, they're not going to eat it, so it's just going to get wasted, and then we'll regret it later on after the wedding, and it's just not needed. So yes, I would look into alternatives there, like buttercream frosting, or there's like a few different other icing options as well. Having a non-traditional cake, like what I wanted for my cake. I wanted the 2-tier cheesecake, which you don't really see much at weddings. And I don't know if you see much of chocolate mud cakes, but I don't think you really do. But having something like that instead, or even just a red velvet cake, getting a family member to make a cake for you if they know how to make cakes and like decorate and stuff, and they're okay with doing that, that's a really good option too. The other tip I would give you is to shop your vendors. We had 5 different quotes from just our photo video person alone, and we picked the best one that we thought was best for us, and it saved us about $3,000. So shop your vendors. For our ceremony is actually free. Besides the higher costs for the chairs and the marquee for shade, our ceremony location is free. So if you are low budget and you're having a bigger wedding or even a smaller wedding, for whatever reason, and you don't want to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, I would suggest going and looking at untraditional places. Like our ceremony location is in a local park. It's already a beautiful location. It's absolutely amazing for photos. It's humongous. Like, we are only having a 60-person wedding, but we could in reality have bumped that up to $300 if we did our ceremony and reception there. Like, we weren't going to, because we don't like too many people, like all in one big crowd, but we could have done that. So we're very happy with our small and intimate wedding, but a local park is an amazing spot for a wedding. It's cheap, yes, but if you decorate it right, it can look like the most amazing venue possible. So but that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you back next week when I do my cash stuffing. Alright, bye!